My beloved child, stop scrolling right now. Do not let your finger touch that screen. What you are looking at is not an accident. I need you to listen to me very carefully, because the words I am about to speak will entirely change the trajectory of your life. You are about to step into something massive today, but if you walk away now, you will miss the exact key meant for your breakthrough. Heaven has stopped its regular order just for you. There is a specific reason you feel so heavy right now. It is not just physical exhaustion. Something was stolen from your bloodline 3 generations ago, and today I am going to show you exactly how to get it back. You must not skip ahead. If you leave before I finish, the seal will close again, and the miracle that has been waiting for you will simply pass on to someone else. Your next level is waiting behind this exact moment. I saw you last night when the house was completely quiet. You stared at the ceiling for hours. The tears were hot on your face. You whispered that you simply cannot do this anymore. You thought no one heard that silent cry in the dark, but I was sitting right beside you the entire time, watching over your fragile spirit while you tried to make sense of the overwhelming pain. I counted every tear you shed. I saw you sitting in your car 3 days ago. You stayed in the driveway for 20 minutes before going inside. You needed to pull yourself together before facing your family. You are so tired of being the strong one for everyone else. You carry their burdens while your own heart is breaking in places nobody can see, and you never ask for anything in return. You wear a mask of strength every single day. You delete the text messages where you almost ask for help. Your pride and your shame make you type that you are fine instead. I watch you try to smile while your soul feels entirely empty. You work so hard to keep the pieces from falling apart, but the weight on your shoulders was never meant for you to carry alone, because I created you to rely on my endless grace. You are allowed to be weak with me. I know you have been refreshing your bank account at 3 in the morning. You stare at those numbers and pray they might miraculously change. The pressure in your chest makes it hard to breathe sometimes. You wonder if I have forgotten about you. You wonder if this endless wilderness is your final destination. Let me tell you the absolute truth right now, because your entire future depends on your willingness to hear my voice today. This message finding you is not the algorithm. At this exact second, heaven has paused its regular order just to bring this prophetic word to your screen. Out of millions of people online, only 7 were chosen. 3 of them already scrolled past, and you are the final one left. You are my chosen vessel, carefully selected from the masses to carry a glory that will absolutely shock your enemies. You are a generational curse breaker. That is why your life has been so incredibly difficult. The darkness is terrified of the light you carry inside. They want you to quit right before the finish line. But I have placed a warrior spirit deep within your bones, and I have armed you with a resilience that hell itself cannot comprehend. You are not meant to fade away into the shadows of defeat. You are destined to shine brightly. I have seen your silent suffering. I know exactly how much you have lost along the way. People have walked away when you needed them the most. They misunderstood your heart and left you to bleed alone. But every closed door was actually my divine protection, separating you from those who could not handle the magnitude of your upcoming season. Your isolation had a profound purpose. You thought I was silent when you were begging for a lifeline, but my silence was the sound of me building your impenetrable fortress. What you called a painful delay, heaven called a divine setup. You have been placed in the fire not to burn, but to be purified. And the fire has only made your spirit completely unbreakable, preparing you to handle the massive wealth and influence coming your way. You are ready for the harvest. Do not let the enemy convince you that you are worthless. The vicious internal commentary playing in your head is a complete lie. You are not a failure because you stumbled. You are my precious child. I am so incredibly proud of you for holding on this long. You have survived days that would have destroyed anyone else, and you kept walking forward even when your legs felt like lead. I honor your quiet endurance today. Your guardian angel petitioned the throne room for 72 straight hours. They made absolutely certain you would see this at this precise moment. If you close this video, the assignment transfers immediately. You will not see another open door like this for 7 long years. Stay with me. Breathe in my peace, and let your racing heart finally slow down as we walk into this miracle together. You are safe in my arms. I am about to reveal exactly why your life had to go through this wilderness. You are going to understand every single tear you cried. The secret you have been hiding is the exact foundation for your greatest victory. Do not move. Do not look away. The transition into your next level begins in the very next breath, and heaven is waiting to see if you have the faith to claim it. Open your heart to receive my truth. Listen to me carefully. Do not let your mind wander right now. I need you to stay with me because the healing process begins the moment you accept this truth. You are entirely exhausted. Your body aches from the constant stress of just trying to survive another day. But you are not alone in this heavy struggle. I see the invisible heavy lifting you do for your family. You carry their emotional baggage while neglecting your own needs entirely. And every time you put yourself last to make sure someone else is okay, heaven records that beautiful sacrifice. Your quiet acts of love have never been wasted. I see your pure heart. People take your immense kindness for granted. They assume you will always be there to fix their endless mistakes. They never stop to ask if you are okay, leaving you feeling entirely invisible and deeply underappreciated. You swallow your frustration. You keep pushing forward, but I see the devastating toll it takes on you. You think your endurance is just a basic survival mechanism, but I see it as a profoundly beautiful reflection of my own unconditional love. You have loved people who did not deserve it, and you have forgiven those who never apologized. That level of grace is remarkably rare. You are truly a spectacular soul. I know how much you worry about the unknown future. You calculate your expenses over and over, trying to find a way to make the numbers work. The financial strain has stolen your joy and replaced it with a constant low-level panic. You feel like you are drowning. Just breathe with me right now. If you believe this is true, type Amen or I receive it in the comments below. This simple action is a declaration that you are ready to let go of the exhaustion. By doing this, you give me permission to intervene in your circumstances. You invite my perfect peace into your chaotic reality. Do it right now. The season of pouring out and receiving absolutely nothing in return is officially over. I am stepping in to replenish everything the world has drained from your spirit. You do not have to fight for scraps of affection or recognition anymore. I am validating your worth directly from the heavenly throne room. You are infinitely valuable. As the silent sufferer of your bloodline, you absorbed the pain so your children would not have to. You broke generational patterns simply by refusing to pass on the bitterness you were handed. That takes a massive amount of spiritual strength. You chose the remarkably hard path of genuine healing. I am incredibly proud of you. The physical toll of this spiritual battle is very real. Your shoulders hold tension that has been accumulating for years. Your mind races when it should be resting, replaying every mistake and every harsh word spoken against you. I want to lift that heavy burden off you today. You desperately need real rest. You have wondered why certain doors remain tightly shut despite your desperate prayers. You thought it meant you were not good enough, or that your faith was somehow defective. But I was actually shielding you from relationships and opportunities that would have consumed your remaining energy. I was actively guarding your vulnerable soul. Let my validation wash over your weary spirit right now. You have done incredibly well with the limited resources and the strength you were given. Stop beating yourself up for not being perfect. I do not demand perfection from my children. I only desire a willing and completely open heart. You have given me exactly that. Stay with me, beloved. The revelation I am about to give you will make everything make sense. You are about to see the grand design behind your most painful moments. I am weaving your tears into a masterpiece of victory that will absolutely stun those who doubted you. The next chapter is incredibly glorious. Every time you chose to speak kindly when you wanted to scream, I celebrated you. Every time you got out of bed when depression told you to give up, angels rejoiced in your quiet triumph. These moments seem insignificant to the blind world, but in the spiritual realm, they are massive victories. You are a true champion. You are fully seen. You are known, and you are unconditionally loved. The deep ache in your soul is finally being answered by my comforting presence. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of my embrace surrounding you right now. You can stop running. You can finally rest your heavy head against my shoulder and breathe. I need you to pay close attention to this next part because this is where the enemy traps most people. You look back at your long history of struggles and you think you are being punished. You assume your past mistakes have completely disqualified you from receiving my best. But I need you to understand a profound truth right now. Your deep pain was never a punishment. What you called a season of brutal breaking was actually a masterclass of divine making. I had to strip away everything you falsely leaned on so you would finally lean on me alone. You were like a raw piece of steel being thrust into a blazing furnace. The heat was incredibly intense, but the fire was not meant to turn you into ash. It was designed to forge you. I hear you crying out and asking why it had to take so incredibly long. You watch other people get their breakthroughs quickly and you feel completely left behind. You wonder why your path is filled with so many heavy obstacles. But hear this clearly. My delay was not a denial. It was my divine protection keeping you far away from highly deceptive counterfeit blessings. If I had given you the massive promise prematurely, it would have destroyed you. The immense weight of that blessing would have utterly crushed your unprepared spirit. I had to build a strong foundation beneath your feet first. I had to make sure your character could sustain the incredible elevation that I have planned for your life. True royalty requires deep training. Think about the great leaders who walked this earthly realm long before you. David had to survive the lonely and dangerous wilderness before he could wear the royal crown. He tended sheep in complete obscurity before he ever defeated a giant. His quiet isolation was the exact place where he learned how to rely completely on my voice. Your isolation serves the same purpose. Look at Joseph being thrown into a dark and terrifying pit by his own family. He was falsely accused and left to rot in a foreign prison for years. But every single betrayal was actually a stepping stone moving him closer to the palace. He was being prepared to save an entire nation from famine. Your deep suffering is the exact proof of your massive calling today. I only deeply test the rare vessels I intend to fill with my greatest power. You are being meticulously prepared for a next level that requires incredibly deep roots. A shallow tree will easily blow over when a massive storm arrives. So I had to dig deep into the hard soil of your heart. I had to remove the toxic relationships and the hidden insecurities holding you back. It hurt terribly to let those comfortable things go. You cried when certain doors slammed shut in your face. But you cannot carry dead weight into the glorious future I have explicitly ordained for you. I was literally saving your life by removing those people. They were never meant to cross the finish line with you. They were only assigned to teach you a lesson. That is exactly why you keep waking up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart. That is why you continually see the number sequence 777 everywhere you go. These are not random occurrences. The blind world calls it chance, but heaven uses these specific markers to get your attention. Your inner warrior is simply sensing that the spiritual atmosphere is changing. Your assigned angels are actively working on your behalf while the rest of the world is deeply asleep. I am going to reveal the exact meaning of those numerical signs very soon, but you must stay perfectly anchored to my voice right now. Do not let doubt creep back into your mind. You are standing on the very edge of the most significant transition of your entire lifetime. Look at your hands and realize how incredibly strong they have truly become. You survived a brutal wilderness season that was specifically designed by hell to destroy your faith. The enemy threw everything he possibly had at you to make you quit, but you are still standing here today. You are still believing for a grand miracle even when your natural eyes see nothing. You are truly a mighty warrior of the heavenly kingdom. You are the generational curse breaker who firmly refused to surrender to the darkness. And because you passed the ultimate test of endurance, the spiritual realm is heavily responding to your authority. The heavy chains that bound your ancestors have completely lost their grip on your future. You are walking into freedom. Your rigorous preparation is finally complete. The bitter tears you sowed in the dark soil of your pain are about to produce a massive harvest of joy. I am removing the heavy garments of mourning from your tired shoulders right now. I am wrapping you in a royal robe of undeniable favor. Listen closely to my next words, because your hidden enemy is about to be exposed. Hear my voice clearly in this moment. Do not let distractions pull you away, because we are almost at the breakthrough. There is a dark reason why everything has been so difficult for you. Your financial struggle is not because you are lazy or foolish. It is because a deeply wicked force is terrified of the wealth you are destined to control, and they want to keep you in chains. They have been quietly operating in the shadows to drain your life. You thought you were just experiencing a string of remarkably bad days. You assumed it was just the heavy burden of normal life, but you have actually been living inside a fierce spiritual war, and an invisible enemy was assigned to monitor your progress. They saw the massive calling placed upon your life before you were even born. They knew that if you ever realized your true power, their dark kingdom would suffer greatly. You are a generational curse breaker. That is a massive threat to the ancient spirits that have kept your family bound in poverty for decades. They used a spirit of heavy exhaustion to make you want to surrender. They sent endless frustrations to break your focus and steal your peace, hoping you would simply walk away from your divine destiny entirely. Every time you were about to step into a new season of blessing, they manufactured a sudden crisis. They want you to believe that you are completely cursed. I need to free your mind from a terrible lie right now. The failures of your past are not your fault. You have blamed yourself for things going wrong, and you carried a heavy guilt that was never yours to bear. The enemy cleverly disguised their vicious attacks as your own personal shortcomings, but heaven sees the absolute truth about your situation. You were sabotaged by wicked forces you could not even see. Think about the moments when money simply vanished from your hands. Unexpected bills appeared out of nowhere, just when you finally saved a little extra. The exhaustion hit you the hardest right when you needed to make a critical decision. This was a calculated strategy to keep you running on an empty tank, because a tired soldier is incredibly vulnerable to whispered lies. They wanted your spirit completely depleted, but their evil strategy has profoundly failed. You are still standing here listening to my voice today. You did not let the darkness extinguish your beautiful light, and because you refuse to completely give up, their legal right to torment you has officially expired today. I am intervening in this battle right now. The spiritual atmospheric pressure in your room is actively shifting, as angels of war have been dispatched to dismantle their hidden traps. I am cutting off the negative frequencies that have clouded your mind. The heavy brain fog that made it so hard to think is dissolving right now. You are going to feel a sudden physical lightness in your shoulders today. I am placing a divine shield of protection over your household, and the thief who stole your peace is being dragged into the harsh light of heavenly justice. They will profoundly regret ever targeting you. There is a specific saboteur who has been secretly siphoning your blessings. They operated silently while hiding behind a mask of completely normal earthly circumstances. I am preparing to completely remove their influence from your daily life. You will soon see undeniable evidence that the blockade has been forcefully broken, but you must prepare your heart to handle the sudden shift in momentum. The transition from warfare to absolute victory requires deep faith. Do not fear the retaliation of the enemy. Their weapons have been completely neutralized by my supreme authority. You belong to the kingdom of light, and no weapon formed against your destiny will ever prosper. Stay with me as we move forward into the clearing. I am about to show you exactly how the tables are turning in your favor, bringing an end to your constant fighting. Your tears have watered the seeds of a miraculous harvest. The enemy thought they were burying you under the weight of endless sorrow, but they did not realize you were a precious seed planted in my holy ground. You are about to sprout with an aggressive growth that defies all natural logic, and you will witness the spectacular downfall of everything that tried to hold you back. Your profound vindication is waiting just around the corner. Listen to the quiet stirring in your own spirit right now. That is the undeniable sound of heaven rallying around your cause. Do not look backwards at the ruins of yesterday. Keep your eyes locked firmly on my promises today. We are walking directly into the throne room where your new assignment is being finalized, and the enemy is watching their entire empire crumble before your very eyes. You are about to reclaim everything they stole. Let my words anchor your restless soul as the battle concludes. You are deeply cherished and fiercely protected by the highest power in existence. The days of struggling in the dark are permanently over. Open your hands and prepare to receive the spoils of this spiritual war. I am handing you the keys to the doors they tried to lock forever, so hold on tightly because the wind is changing in your direction right now. Stay with me, beloved. The revelation I am about to give you will make everything make sense. I want you to open your spiritual eyes for a moment and look closely at what is happening in the heavenly realm right now. The heavy clouds of your long winter are finally breaking apart. You can feel a completely new energy entering your room. The atmosphere is shifting. Even as you read these words, angels are receiving their assignments concerning your life. They are gathering in the throne room, awaiting my command. They are holding the magnificent blueprints of your massive financial restoration because the season of painful waiting is officially over today. Can you feel the heavy weight lifting off your tired chest? You are breathing in true freedom today. I told you earlier about the signs you have been seeing. You keep waking up at 3 in the morning. You see those repeating numbers everywhere you look. Those were not coincidences created by a random universe, but they were direct signals from my powerful warrior angels. They were letting you know that the divine transition is currently in progress. They are close. You are being elevated to a completely new frequency. The old level of struggling and begging is fading away forever. You are stepping into the profound reality of an heir. The angels are aligning people and sudden opportunities directly in your path, and they are moving massive obstacles out of your way before you even take a step. Your path is clear. Press the like button right now. This is not just a simple click on a screen. This is a prophetic act telling heaven you are entirely ready. Your physical action sets a massive spiritual contract in motion while claiming the incredible upgrade that is literally seconds away from manifesting. By doing this, you are marking your sacred territory in the spiritual realm. Do it now. The spiritual pressure in your environment is changing rapidly. You might feel a sudden warmth in your hands or a deep peace in your mind. Do not be afraid of this intense shift. It is simply the undeniable presence of my glory resting upon your life as the heavens roll out a glorious red carpet for your next season. You are entering a time of unprecedented favor. You have carried a heavy longing in your heart for many long seasons. You watched others receive their breakthrough while you stood patiently in the shadows. But your quiet patience has produced a spectacular reward. I am about to open a massive window of heaven, and I will pour out a financial blessing so incredibly large that you simply cannot contain it. You will need to expand your capacity to receive. My precious one, the drought is completely finished. I am sending the rain of abundance to wash away the dust of your wilderness. The angels of provision are descending with your specific name written on their scrolls. They know exactly where you live, and they know exactly what you desperately need to fulfill your magnificent calling on this earth. The delivery is already in motion. You thought your prayers were hitting a solid brass ceiling. You wondered if your cries were just vanishing into the empty air. But every single prayer was collected in golden bowls before my throne. The beautiful bowls are completely full right now, and they are tipping over to pour out your accumulated blessings in a massive wave of sudden abundance. You are about to experience the overwhelming overflow. Listen to the sound of chains breaking in the spiritual realm. The generational poverty that haunted your family is shattering into a million pieces. You are the one chosen to rewrite the entire financial history of your bloodline. The angels are placing the keys of tremendous wealth directly into your open hands because your long era of weeping is done. Do you understand the immense magnitude of this exact moment? You are crossing the sacred threshold into your promised land. The giants you feared yesterday are becoming grasshoppers in your sight today. You are walking with a new holy boldness because the divine algorithm of heaven has selected you for a massive and unexpected promotion. You are stepping into the true light. Quiet your mind and let my perfect peace wash over you completely. The furious storm has finally run out of destructive power. The sun is breaking over the horizon of your beautiful new life. I am about to release a sequence of miraculous events, and this glorious display of power will force your enemies to witness your complete vindication. Prepare your heart for the miraculous climax of your story. Every closed door is unlocking simultaneously. The gatekeepers who previously ignored you are suddenly feeling compelled to help you. This is the undeniable power of heavenly favor resting upon a chosen vessel. You do not have to fight for a seat at the table anymore, because I have prepared a magnificent banquet exclusively for your arrival. Your profound elevation is happening now. Do not look back at the broken pieces of your past. They cannot serve you in the glorious palace of your future. Gather your strength and stand incredibly tall in this sacred atmosphere. I am handing you the royal garments of your new spiritual identity, so you can walk confidently as a mighty warrior stepping into effortless victory. The miracle is finally here. Now receive this prophetic declaration over your life. The intense pain you endured was never meant to destroy you, but it was carefully designed to expand your capacity for the massive wealth arriving today. Your destiny is so incredibly huge. A normal path would not have prepared you. I am breaking that heavy yoke right now. Remember the stolen blessing I spoke of earlier? The invisible thief has been successfully identified in the spiritual realm. The legal right they held over your finances expired completely at midnight, and heaven has issued a strict order of full restoration for your life. Here is exactly what is returning to your hands. Within the next 72 hours, you will see physical evidence. I am decreeing a supernatural reversal over your bank account right now. The exhausting season of living paycheck to paycheck is permanently dead. You are officially stepping into the next level of unprecedented abundance. A massive financial surprise will manifest before the sun sets on the third day, because I am orchestrating a miracle behind the scenes. It is a strategic and divine provision specifically assigned to your name. Watch closely for a number containing the digits 7 or 11. When you see it, know that heaven has officially intervened in your earthly economy. You will receive a sudden phone call or a message, and it will bring spectacular news about your financial future. Every ancient limit placed upon your potential is shattering right now. The invisible glass ceiling that kept you trapped in a cycle of lack is completely destroyed. You will no longer beg for scraps at the tables of other people. You will be the one distributing wealth to those who desperately need it, because you are becoming the new standard. The courtroom of heaven has ruled entirely in your favor. Those who whispered behind your back are about to witness my glorious power resting upon your life. I am preparing a massive table before you in the exact presence of your enemies. They will be forced to watch as I elevate you to a royal position, and they cannot stop your glorious rise. Can you feel the intense heat of my presence? The atmospheric pressure in your room is shifting at this exact second. The third and final seal over your grand destiny is cracking wide open. The painful isolation is officially over today. The confusing fog is rapidly lifting from your weary mind, while you are stepping into absolute and perfect alignment. Look at your hands right now. The divine power to create wealth and heal generations has just been fully activated. You are crossing the sacred boundary into a dimension where miracles happen effortlessly. You will no longer have to push incredibly hard just to survive. The current is finally flowing in your exact direction, and it is bringing massive blessings. I am restoring the years that the locusts have violently eaten. The opportunities you thought were lost forever are circling back to you with multiplied interest. People who rejected you in the past will suddenly seek your valuable advice, because you carry a heavy anointing that the world desperately needs right now. You are highly valuable. The mountains of debt that kept you awake at night are crumbling. I am releasing a sudden wave of debt cancellation over your entire household. You will literally wake up and find that the heavy financial burden has evaporated. This is the spectacular reward for your unbroken faith during the darkest nights, and your unwavering obedience is finally paying off. This massive upgrade is not just for you alone. The tremendous wealth arriving in the next 72 hours will secure the future of your children. You are establishing a permanent legacy of extreme prosperity. The curse of poverty is broken forever. A new covenant of wealth is permanently sealed over your bloodline today, and it will never be removed. Open your arms wide and prepare your physical environment for the overflow. Clear out the clutter of doubt and make massive room for my blessings. You cannot put new wine into old and broken wineskins. You must upgrade your mindset to match the incredible royalty of your new spiritual status, because you are an incredibly wealthy heir of heaven. Because you stood incredibly firm when the winds howled, I am transitioning you from quiet suffering into global influence. Your secret tears are being replaced by loud shouts of pure joy. You will no longer weep in secret corners. You will stand on mountaintops as a living testimony of my miraculous power, and the ultimate victory is completely yours. The divine transfer is happening in the spiritual realm right now. The 72-hour countdown has officially begun the moment you heard these words. Pay very close attention to the small details tomorrow. My angels are dropping magnificent clues along your path, and they will guide you to the exact location of your new treasure. But I must warn you about what is coming next. The enemy heard exactly what I just promised you, and he is absolutely terrified of your new power. He knows that your financial elevation will destroy his dark kingdom, so he is preparing a sudden counterattack to steal your massive blessing because he cannot stand to see you win. You must remain incredibly vigilant. In the next 24 hours, he will try to distract you. He will send minor frustrations to make you angry and break your focus. He wants to flood your mind with a thick spiritual fog so you forget my promises and surrender to his lies. Do not let your guard down for a single moment. Once this magnificent blessing is released, you must fiercely protect it. The heavenly vaults are unlocked and the angels are waiting, but heaven requires a physical action to complete this spiritual transaction. Faith without action is completely dead. You cannot receive a supernatural harvest if you refuse to plant a physical seed. Your earthly obedience is the exact key that opens the final door while the enemy watches in absolute defeat. Heaven is waiting for your answer. The window of grace is closing very fast. You only have 24 hours to activate this specific blessing before the angels move on. Do not let hesitation steal what I have carefully prepared for you. The enemy is hoping you will simply close this video and do absolutely nothing, because he wants you to miss the greatest opportunity of your entire life. I have fought the invisible battles for you. I have cleared the rocky path and destroyed the heavy chains. Now it is your turn to show me your unwavering faith. I need you to take a bold step of obedience right now. Let your action today be the permanent signature on our heavenly contract, and let the spiritual realm know that you are fully committed. Your breakthrough demands a real response. The massive financial reversal you have cried for is literally seconds away from manifesting. I am fully ready to unlock the ancient vaults of heaven over your family line. The debts will be completely canceled, but you must show me you are ready to receive the immense overflow before I can pour it into your hands. You must prove your faith is truly genuine. Do this one thing for me now. The devil will whisper that this is just another internet video. He will tell you to ignore my voice and go back to your normal life. Do not let him deceive you. This is a divine intersection designed specifically for your deliverance, and it will never happen in this exact way again. Heaven is not hoping you will respond today. Heaven is expecting you to respond immediately. Do not delay. If you walk away now, the miraculous momentum will instantly stop. The angels will take your blessing and carry it to someone who acts. I do not want you to lose this spectacular gift. You have suffered entirely too long to miss your reward at the very last second, so you must secure your sacred territory right now. Claim your victory. I am not sending you into this fierce new season empty-handed. I have given you the supreme authority to overcome every single obstacle, but you must activate that authority through a prophetic act of faith today. You must make a physical move that terrifies the darkness and delights my heart, because your destiny requires bold courage. The choice is completely yours. Choose the light. Your hands were made to gather a massive harvest. Your voice was meant to declare absolute victory over your bloodline. Take a deep breath and prepare your spirit for this vital action. The miracle is hovering right above your head, waiting for your permission to land, and it will only descend when you show true obedience. Do not hesitate when the divine instruction is given. Trust my timing. The forces of darkness are trembling at your feet. They see you standing on the edge of victory today. They are desperately trying to make you doubt my words. Do not let their whispers confuse you. They want you to think this is too good to be true. But my promises are absolutely infallible and my timing is perfectly precise. You are walking into a guaranteed triumph. You are a generational curse breaker. A true breaker does not retreat from the final seal. You step forward with immense courage, and you claim what is rightfully yours. Your ancestors are cheering for you. I am asking you to step into the light and seal this holy covenant with me today. because everything you desire is waiting on the other side. Do not shrink back. I need you to realize the sheer magnitude of this spiritual exchange. Your faith creates a massive ripple across your bloodline. Your children will inherit the massive benefits of your obedience today. Do not let fear rob your family of their rightful inheritance when the victory is already in your hands. You hold their future in your grasp. Protect it fiercely. The enemy wants to keep your family trapped in a vicious cycle of lack. But your prophetic action today will permanently sever that toxic cycle. Stand tall and fight. You are drawing a hard line in the spiritual sand that the devil cannot cross, and he will be forced to release his grip on your finances. Your obedience is your greatest weapon. Use it right now. Listen closely to the quiet conviction in your heart right now. That is my spirit urging you to take hold of your massive miracle. The hesitation you feel is just the dying breath of your old season. Push past the lingering doubt and step boldly into your glorious new reality before the window of grace closes forever. I am waiting for you to make your final move. The time is now. Lay down your weapons. My weary warrior can finally rest. You do not need to fight this particular battle anymore. The legal right the darkness had over your bloodline has been entirely revoked, and your glorious future is vastly more radiant than your tired human mind can possibly comprehend right now, because I am doing a new thing. Breathe in my absolute peace. Let the anxiety completely wash out of your chest. You are entirely safe under my powerful wings. You have survived the fierce storm. The violent winds are finally dying down around you. You can stop bracing for the next disaster to strike your life. I am wrapping you in a blanket of supernatural comfort today, because heaven has officially taken full control of your heavy situation, and the divine victory is completely guaranteed for the rest of your days. No more sleepless nights filled with endless worry. The bitter struggle is over. I want you to make your final prophetic move today. Sow a massive seed of faith through the super thanks button below. This action completely locks the spiritual door against the enemy. It is a powerful declaration that you absolutely trust my divine provision. When you plant a physical seed in faith today, you command a massive financial harvest to return directly to your waiting hands. Do this right now. If you cannot sow a financial seed today, share this video. Send this specific message to exactly 3 people right now. Type 777 in the comments to seal this holy covenant. Your obedience creates an unbreakable shield over your upcoming blessing, and the wicked enemy cannot touch a single thing that belongs to my beloved child, because you are permanently hidden in my glorious light. Now bow your head and let me seal this prophetic word. I bless your weary mind with perfect and undisturbed clarity today. I cast out every lingering shadow of depression from your broken heart. You will wake up tomorrow morning with a profound sense of true purpose, and you will no longer feel like a completely lost wanderer in a dry desert, because the fresh water of life is flowing freely. I bless your hands to prosper in every single thing they touch. The heavy debts that kept you awake will be miraculously dissolved. New streams of income will discover you while you are peacefully resting. People will look at your life and absolutely marvel at the incredible turnaround, because the undeniable favor of heaven is resting heavily upon your shoulders for the rest of your beautiful and abundant days. I bless your family and your future generations with abundant grace. The generational curse of poverty is permanently shattered into worthless dust. Your precious children will never know the bitter taste of empty cupboards again. They will inherit the massive blessings that your faithful endurance has successfully secured for them today. You have successfully changed the entire trajectory of your bloodline by simply refusing to surrender to the darkness. Your long season of hidden tears is officially concluded today. You are stepping out of the dark cave and into the sunlight. Every person who doubted your calling will be forced to witness your rise, but you will not look at them with bitterness or petty revenge in your heart. You will simply smile with the profound grace of a truly victorious and unconditionally loved heir who knows their true worth. Let my healing presence flow from the top of your head. Feel the tight muscles in your neck and back completely relax. You have carried the heavy weight of the world for far too long. I am lifting that terrible burden off you permanently right this very second. You are totally free to dream massive dreams again, without the terrifying fear of sudden failure holding you back from your destiny. I am restoring the joyful laughter that the wilderness stole from you. You will sing beautiful songs of immense gratitude in the coming days. The magnificent surprise arriving in the next 72 hours will leave you speechless. You will fall to your knees and thank me for orchestrating such a beautiful rescue, because the incredibly long wait was absolutely worth the glorious reward that is about to flood your entire existence. Remember that you are never walking alone in this vast world. My Holy Spirit is your constant companion and your fierce protector. Whenever you feel slightly overwhelmed, simply whisper my name and I will answer. I will never abandon the precious child who stood by me through the darkest fires. You are eternally safe inside my loving embrace, and no demonic force can ever snatch you out of my strong hands. Go forward in absolute peace and unshakable confidence today. The heavenly transaction is completely finished and the warrior angels are deployed. Do not look backwards at the painful ruins of your former broken life. Keep your eyes firmly fixed on the magnificent horizon where your new dawn is breaking. I love you with an everlasting love that nothing in this entire universe can ever destroy or take away from you.